I might end up posting 3 tomorrow. I just gotta keep playing. I'm sorry. We gotta be okay. Not terrible.
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
This is. Oh my god, they voted for me. I'm dead. I mean, it's over for me, bro. It's over for me, dude. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always, just like the other trial, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills!
Time for your
Chills! Kills!
positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? Oh my! Kyoko knows I let it go too. Kyoko knows I let it go. She knows I saved her life too. Look at her face. Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
What are they gonna do? I mean, what is gonna happen? I'm not the killer though. He lying. He lying. He's framing me. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh no. But I didn't kill anybody. Why do I die? What is that? Oh, is he gonna crush me to death? Bro, I didn't even do anything. Oh my god. I mean, it's not a terrible way to go out though. Like, it's instant death. It's instant death. It's instant death. It's instant death. I just gotta keep telling myself that. It's instant death, bro. After school lesson. Oh, shoot. I'm sweating like, boy, I'm sweating like a pig, bro. He's sick to his stomach, too. Is he talking about, is that? Dog. I know I didn't see some swimmers. Oh, Lord. Hey! Get him, Chihiro, get him! Hello? Where am I going? Oh my, well, I'm dead either way, because I'm landing straight on my head. Straight on the neck, it's over, I'm dead either way. Well?
What?
Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what was that? Was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is
ego? Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? I was offended when he invaded my network. Oh, I don't believe
It would
this.
seem...
Seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Hmm.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch and itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it, and so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again.
Yeah!
To waste away in a garbage strewn pit, no way, that's even better than special punishment. But it's not enough, I'm still not satisfied. I'm gonna bring despair to the rest of you, bring despair to this entire world. I'm not gonna do all that. Is he gone? Okay, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other
Now it's
words,
time the masterminds ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about? You'll
so
understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. So, am I dead? Where am I at? The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. Huh? It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Huh? Hope Speak Academy. It brings the top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school with privilege. They all say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. Well, hundreds of years of tradition and since the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope Speak Academy a pretty fitting name. And there are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is you're scouted by the school itself. And standing here at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Huh? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Am I dead? Am I in purgatory? Oh! Finally. I could finally feel my body and my mind start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. In the vast dark cabin with the barest hint of light seeping in, the trash piled high across the area. This be some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. But what was that was just the beginning of my problems. I was going to be stuck in there till I wasted it. Was I going to be stuck in here till I wasted and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after my good friend went to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Also, Ego saved me, and used up his last little bit of strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. Isn't that that rocket ship that the headmaster got killed in right there? And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. So they framed me, bro. Rattle, rattle. Okay, no matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it wouldn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around a bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked on all sides. That's not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and interrupted. That it was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign exactly. What the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched pile of garbage jostle and formed an odd shape. Something fall down over here? Something fell up above. What could it have been? Alright, open the garbage. Did a giant piece of trash fall down here? I carefully stretched out my hand toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the garbage pile, I knew who it was. Kyoko?
It smells awful.
Girl, you got cup noodles on your head. This place smells awful. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So,
Isn't it obvious I'm here to help you? I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in here. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash and face me.
hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth, making its way towards my stomach. Ooh, that really hit the spot. I've got all the energy I need to keep going. You still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Okay, but Kyoko, why did you come to rescue me?
So,
To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
you...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I...
I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, I'm not going to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other
is
words...
so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason to come for Hope's Peak Academy? For coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once.
I...
Until recently I forgot what it was. You forgot the best. I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory that was impossible. Alicia? Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted when I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At the time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and why I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was, but what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was a work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why do they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And that could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. And that's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if you say what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
Correct.
Well, don't make it too big a deal out of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? If the mastermind is one of us, if she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. Which in case, it only makes sense that she would look into the mystery of her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I can do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Intuition was right though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I ever asked you for help the right way, so I can understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced to think that that's just her personality. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Tank? Oh shoot, you said you had a reason for doing all that investigation on your own. So how did that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Well, duh! I mean, come on now. It was pretty obvious. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Huh? I didn't call you, I just said huh. No, I said huh, like as in a confused expression. Never mind. I was separated from him as a child, and as it turned out, he's become the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyo's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster? Dog, my head hurts. Then that explains when Alter Ego just told us how he thought the headmaster was in trouble. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? Oh. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when you said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now. Of course, my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes
However,
sense. Listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what'd you see in there? The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know there was anything, where anything had been in there. I mean, the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicions, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's to lay out the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms built for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. I figured that the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed the second floor dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So it was like that part of the school, I mean. It was hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important, and really ominous. Why do we keep separating?
however,
Of course. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. I had to do a Mukuro Usaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. I know I wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means... But you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed,
I stole the key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw out and eliminate me.
correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimum restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind was adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That may sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
That's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Bukuro Ikusaba. Was that there was a point where Bukuro may have not become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
indeed,
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean during the night?
I
can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me to cases just like this.
anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow in your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in their room. It all has to be the work of a mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want when they feel like it. But doesn't that create another Another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use a class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't move here, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just mutual. They needed the class trial to kill me, but it seemed ready to kill you in your own room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to find out the mastermind's identity. Identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro is the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
happening a year ago, the biggest, most awesome, most tragic event in human history. That's not much of a trademark name. A tragedy. Whoever is responsible for that. They're the ultimate
It
despair.
would seem.
The despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair, and then they're,
Indeed.
and make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. All right. Oh my goodness me. We're still alive. We're still alive. True Island rocket present. Yeah. I mean, for crying out loud, dude, how much more do I have to take? The ultimate despair. People who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful and brutal people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now,
Anyway,
we have to get out of this horrible place. If we got the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay, now how do we get out, though? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? One of the secret tool that you got from the headmaster?
indeed.
Yes, I do. That's a really vital part of ensnaring the mastermind, and I would never part with it. And it can't open the door in the school, right?
That's right.
Any door in the school. Sorry, that's right. We should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey, Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key and from a design on it and slid it through the keyhole. And then, yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We open the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. What does that mean? Danganronpa! After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There's a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Now Spike! Okay. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing if you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help free my mind of it. So Kyoko, there's something I want to ask you. You said you were the ultimate detective, right? So long you've been doing detective work. How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There's a time of when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We present neither justice or evil. That's how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of like old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and if we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, I was looking up about the info. The school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of your family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because of how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You'd have so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's something I want to talk to my father about.
However,
he's a deadbeat. There's something I want to say to him then. But no matter what it takes, I'll have to find him and tell him face to face. What is that?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. I hate that deadbeat. He can die no! Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in the line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, had a promising future.
However,
he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather. They had a huge argument, and as young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work that I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I'd never had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life he wanted to live. That's why anyone in my position might say, right? But that's not
However,
true. But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, and like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
When the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him that we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove them from my life forever, I have to no doubt that he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to cut ties with him like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul?
Hey.
No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, but I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. That is true. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after that, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. When we made it, freedom. Freedom. Dang, rusty odd door.
Indeed.
Looks like it's it. On the other side of the door, Hope's is waiting for us.
That's right.
Remember the hatch on the ground in the trash room? It's fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. But here goes nothing. I reached the light up. Right up. I reached my right hand and pushed up against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Alright, let's talk to baby girl. Let me see your dance. Let me see you twirl. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might.
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then
let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monica if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's a...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. She said that she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying that rather than stretching out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is gonna happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one most ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Miko's death. There was one more of the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
We could talk to Monokuma to confirm it. It may be better for us to know if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. Still super uneasy about this, but we really don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alrighty then. Let's find Mr. Monokuma in the gym. Alright. I forget I can teleport sometimes.
Well now.
Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I
Look,
don't
what's he doing here? Exactly, I thought he reacted. Are we really gonna be okay? We're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What would you do?
Shing!
Guilty parties and fools during the class trial, they alone will be executed. If it's unfortunate, but that is the rule. Now I don't punish you again
Making
at this
me
time. I
angry.
didn't give you a chance. Kyoko,
Right.
whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
Before you do, let me say one thing.
now,
If
if...
you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you anymore, right?
Huh?
Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words,
I was supposed to be the chosen as the black and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. It was also a trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
In response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the black and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. I never imagined the possibility of that being could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mikuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. The black is disclosed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game, but you're saying the black against me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can do this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is it, comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there will always ever be one absolute truth.
Pum!
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because...
If Makoto really was the killer, he would have never come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He'd have been gripped by despair you so loved to inspire.
However,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence.
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out here would be watching this and would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine everyone out there would think if you tried to kill Makoto. Or if you killed him, sorry. You would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill Cody.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. I have no choice but to prove. No, you don't have choice. You have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to learn you want to earn our despair, fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
I suggest you take my advice. So, what's this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mokuro's trial over again. Only this time, you will follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, would that make it for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This will be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro Killer and the Mastermind themselves. But what reason would the Mastermind have to accept this challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be possible. It was saying we make for 100 of the climax.
In other words,
Then you accept.
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And if you cause them significant unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Bro, you throw me off. Will hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one last grisly showdown. Hey, agreed? Then we'll have a shot at this.
Bear it!
But this long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a
You
fitting
guys!
If it's trying to face off, you have to unearth all the mystery that has been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school.
I can barely contain myself!
As a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well then good. Let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the true root of death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win. But you can't do all that. Then we all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we uncover every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? Honestly, I can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And that's a true statement? You have to be so suspicious. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything based on school is everything is based on school regulations. And the trial from Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception, and it's part of the regulations, which have to mean whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in hopes to assist the killing in the game are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go all quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm
really... So get lost, would you? Why am I so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're gonna get your punishment later anyway. We can start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Bro.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Okay, buddy. Monokama's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Okay, how about we start talking to everybody who thinks that we're dead? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still have my life and we still have a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. That's true.
whew,
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they didn't stand to gain anything from the final showdown today.
so,
They had no choice but to accept.
because,
It's all because of that one moment. The mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it the mastermind let their guard down?
so,
And I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had to hijack the airwaves to broadcast our school live outside to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen,
What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? I mean, the idea of this actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But then they went another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. What was it?
so,
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost of us killing each other. They wanted to show the
it
world.
would
The
seem,
mastermind is very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations are designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those two regulations, then as no one would have killed anyone.
in other
So
words,
the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show all that off to the world. Why?
correct.
Prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has no name for the students of Hope speak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that and to try to prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal. That's the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would despise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making us, the rest of us, suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, Amy. It's the same motivation that would lead to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than what? The mastermind has to be more particular than is reasonable about our regulations, their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignore their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At the least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Oh, Junko is the only one that broke the rules. But she didn't have nails right there. Huh. I don't know. Because I want to think that she was dressing up as Junko, but... Or maybe Junko doesn't even exist.
Right.
And they just said that. So instead they tried to use their class trial, following all their proper rules just to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer that made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failing, their mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they would have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have shown it that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch right next to the mastermind had accepted.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
It looks like I got it right this time. At least I won the bet. Until I quick sigh and took a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I couldn't tell you were nervous at all. Bro, my vocal cords are stretching. You seem to be totally confident from the moment you decided to talk to him. Well, presenting as a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, don't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you much more uneasy. You're probably right, Havoc.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
For everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. We can't defeat the mastermind and it will cost us all our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the
shall we
others.
go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Okay. Whatever she wants, she gonna get. Whatever she wants, she gonna get. Alright. My fault, y'all. Dead. That's Kyoko's room. Dead. Dead. Mine. There we go. This Byaku's room, is he inside?
Hey,
Don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Dead. Dead. Never mind. Well, if he ain't here, obviously she ain't here. This other room, is she inside?
hey,
Don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay. Dead. Hina! Is Hina the machine inside? Okay,
Hey.
nobody's in here. I'm just assuming no one's in here. Is Hero in one of these? No, probably not.
Hey,
Where would they be? Dining hall, maybe? And suddenly we're agreeable. Huh? You again? Is that instability 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is he broken?
whew.
Suppose his motion and instability has reached its limit. I again for some equal what? What the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah. I
Is
knew
that-
it!
Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw her face, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Shoo. And in the flash, my tears dried up. They don't want to be near you, you're stinky. Alright. I'm gonna end this here. I don't know how many episodes we're gonna drop tomorrow. Maybe I might drop all 3 because I technically made 3 tonight. So we'll see. But we're coming to an end. I'm gonna try and end all of this by the end of the week. So if you like all this, make sure you like and subscribe, post notices, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.